Good afternoon to all. Let us talk about the applications of our remainder theorem and factor theorem, which I shared with you yesterday. So here are the exercises based upon the application of these two theorems are exercise 2.2 and exercise 2.3. So randomly I will pick few of the parts of your questions from your NCERT. Please pay attention to that and check your answers also. So whatever the part I will be left to you, do practices of that at your home. If any doubts are there, do not send, don't hesitate to send your comments so that I can come back to you with the solution of your problems. So here is the first question of your exercise 2.2. So please pay attention towards the step. What is given here? Find the remainder when the polynomial. So polynomial px in terms of x, then write p inside the bracket x is given to you x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. So this is the polynomial given to divided by. So that is the divisor. Divisor I already shared with you yesterday. That will be given by gx. So gx is given equal to what? X minus 1 upon 2. And please remember, I said either that will be x minus a or that will be x plus a. So here the divisor is in form of x minus a. Remainder you need to determine. So here remainder will be what? PA. Why PA? Because x minus a. So that will be p. If it is minus 1 by 2, so that will be p1 by 2. So that was only the advantage which I explained to you yesterday. If it is x minus a, means x minus a. That is x minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 by 2. So that means x I have to replace by 1 by 2. The remainder will be there in terms of p1 by 2. So therefore p1 by 2 will be wherever x is there, you replace that by 1 by 2 plus 3 into 1 by 2 square plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. So you see here it is 1 upon 8 plus here if you see 3 and 2 square is 4. So this will become 3 upon 4 minus 3 upon 2 plus 1. And in 2, 4 and 8 you can take the LCM. 1 plus 6 minus 12 plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8 minus 12 plus 8 will make it minus 4 upon 8. 1s are 2s are, so minus 1 upon 2 will be the remainder. If you will divide this by x minus 1 upon 2. So please be careful about that. Simply you have to replace, if it is x minus a, so you have to replace by positive sign, whatever is a there. If it is minus 1 by 2, so by 1 by 2. If it is plus 1 by 2, then by minus 1 by 2. And do the calculation. Cube of 1 by 2, square of 1 by 2, then multiplied by 3. Minus into plus is minus. 3 ones are 3 upon 2 plus 1, and then do the calculations and check the answer finally. So in that way, without long division, you can find the remainder. That is the advantage of using the remainder theorem, and we can avoid the long division. But remember, the limitation is there. Your divisor is always consisting of degree 1. Then it is x. Now your gx is x in second part. Your gx is only x. So nothing is there, means simply I have to, when it is x, so x is equal to 0 simply. So remainder will be what? P0. Neither minus a, x minus a is there. So when it is not in x minus a or not in x plus a, that means in place of a I can put 0. So P0 simply, here you have to replace 0 cube plus 3 into 0 square plus 3 into 0 plus 1. So 0, 0, 0 plus 1, so your answer will be 1. So remainder in this case, when you will divide it by x, that will be equal to 1. So because this is, your divisor is not lying in the form of x minus a or x plus a. So when it is only x, then your remainder will be equal to P0. In third part, it is x plus 5. your divisor is x plus pi, means again it is lying somewhere in the form of x plus a. So your remainder will be somewhere in the form of what? P minus pi. P minus pi. So what you will write? P minus pi, because a here is pi. So it is with plus sign. So my remainder will be with minus sign, p minus pi. When it is divided by x plus a, remainder will be p minus a. So a is pi, so that is p minus pi. So minus pi cube plus 3 into pi square plus 3 into pi plus 1. So that is minus pi cube plus 3 pi square plus again it is 3 pi plus 1, and leave your answer here only. No need to put the value of y, and these are all unlike, so no need to go for any further calculations, and leave your answer here only. Then next is your 5 plus 2x. Now your divisor is 5 plus 2x in fourth part. In fourth part it is 5 plus 2x. So what you do is, so remainder definitely, or you can write x plus a means what? 2x plus 5. So remainder will be what? P minus a form. So better in rough margin you put that is equal to 0. 2x is equal to minus 5. I am saying that will be in minus sign. So x is equal to minus 5 upon 2. So your remainder will be p minus, get the value of x from this equation, and that will be the remainder. So then p minus 5 upon 2. Finally you need to substitute there. Minus 5 by 2 cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 square, and then plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1. So here it is minus 125 upon 8. Here it is plus 5 square is 25 into 3. Straight away I am writing 75 upon 4. Then plus into minus is minus. 5 3s are 15 upon 2 and plus 1. So 248. Again you can take the LCM, go for the calculation, and please check the answer. So that will be the remainder after doing the calculation. I hope all of you can get that. So that's all about your question number 1 of exercise 2.2. How to find the remainder by using the remainder theorem, which I shared with you. And statement, please keep on revising. Any polynomial of degree 1 or greater than 1 when divided by x minus a or x plus a, either the remainder will be pa or p minus a. Simply that part we are using here. And your question number 2, if you see of this exercise, is check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of. So here px is given equal to what? 3x cube plus 7x. 3x cube plus 7x. And then divisor is, because I need to check whether this divisor divides it completely, that is 7 plus 3x. Now this is the application of your factor theorem. I have to check whether to find or to check whether gx is the factor of px, is the factor of px. This I have to do here. So that is, if my rx is going to be 0, if it is, so then I have to remainder is equal to 0 or not. If the remainder is 0, then gx is the factor. If not, then I have to say no, this is not the factor. So remainder here, remainder is equal to what? P into what I have to do again, 7 plus 3x is equal to 0. 3x is equal to minus 7, so x is equal to minus 7 upon 3. So it will be, because it is lying in the form of x plus a, so my remainder will be p minus a. And what is that a? According to this, that will be minus 7 upon 3. So therefore p minus 7 upon 3. Now I have to check this particular value, whether it is coming equal to 0 or not. That you have to substitute here. minus 7 upon 3 whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 upon 3. So that you can check here is 3 into, that is minus 343 upon 27 plus minus again 49 upon 3. So do not go for long calculation, nothing is going to be 0 over there. Simply here without doing any further calculation you write which is not equal to 0. That is very clear from these two terms. When are carrying negative sign I have to add, and that does not make it is equal to 0. So hence your gx, that is 7 plus 3x, is not the factor of px. So that is the application of your factor theorem. So that's all about your exercise 2.2. And now if you'll go through your exercise 2.3, so this is the homework I'm giving to you. Please go through your question number 1 and 2 based upon the same concept what I shared with you in question number 2. First question, if you read in exercise 2.3, is determine which of the following polynomial has x plus 1 as a factor. So for all these four parts you have to find p minus 1, because divisor is x plus 1, so remainder will be p minus 1. So wherever p minus 1 becomes 0, that will be the factor. In those polynomials, x plus 1 will be the factor, otherwise not. Similarly, second question also is based upon the same, that is check whether gx is the factor of px. So if remainder becomes equal to 0, only then the gx will be factor of px. So try these question number 1 and 2. There are 4 parts in question number 1 and 2 parts in question number 2 of exercise 2.3. If any difficulty is there, you let me know, and otherwise I will take question number 3 tomorrow. So till then you please do practices of this exercise 2.2, all the parts whatever I have explained to you, and first two questions of your exercise 2.3. Thank you.